Paul Master. What we gotta watch, what we gotta watch, what we gotta watch. Paul Master. What we gotta watch, what we gotta watch, what we gotta watch. Paul Master. What we gotta watch, what we gotta watch, what we gotta watch. Paul Master. What we gotta watch, what we gotta watch, what we gotta watch. Paul Master. What we gotta watch, what we gotta watch. Yeah, buddy, that's right. Get exposure right now. Holler at the homie Paul Mash, man, for Paul Mash TV. Hit up Paul Mash TV across all social media sites, alright? Who we got next?
Well, hello, it's Paul Mash TV time with your host Paul Mash right here. We're glad that you could join us, and we have a good show coming up. We're getting closer to 200 episodes, which is exciting for me. I know it is for you. And we love to hear from you, so if you haven't had a chance to contact me yet, there's different ways you can do that. If you're watching this on YouTube right now, just hit that subscribe button and click that bell, and you'll be notified whenever new episodes come. And you can even reply to the episode. We'd love to hear from you there. Or you can go to facebook.com/PaulMashTV and feel free to join the conversations and inbox me there. And there's email as well. Go to pmashtv, all one word, @gmail.com. And use that not just for fan mail, but if you're a band or a solo artist that wants to be on the show, you can use that same email. We'd love to hear from you there. And if you missed any of that, don't worry about it. We have a closing credit screen at the end of the show, and we'll be glad to recap all that for you there, so stick around for that. Coming up in a minute, we got an artist from Lund, Sweden, a hip-hop artist, and his name is Zplit Personality. And I think you're really going to like this guy. He's really talented. And we'll get to that in just a minute, but here's another quick word from Click Jam, so don't go away. We'll be right back.
They're probably better at this than I am.
Well, hello, everybody. It's time for interview time. And from Lund, Sweden, we have Zplit Personality. Thanks for joining us, Zplit.
What's up? This is Zplit Personality from the Wise Guys Global family. I hope you listen to our latest compilation out there. And also me, myself, Zplit Personality, and the other great artists. So peace out. Hope you have a blessed day today.
Okay. Well, we're glad to have you on the show, Zplit. I guess the question I'd like to ask to start off with is everyone has their own story, but why don't you tell us a little bit about why you became a musician, let alone a hip-hop artist? I mean, I'm sure you have a good story to tell us about that.
Oh, yeah, I have a pretty deep and long story, unfortunately, but I'm happy I am where I'm at today with my music, because if it wasn't for that background, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be talking to you in this interview. I would probably be dead in jail. Definitely. So it actually started when I was 12 years old, because I was locked up at an institution, but it was more like a prison for children. So I cried one time. I remember I cried one time at that time. I've never left my family or nothing. You know, they just took me. Okay, I was a bad child. You know, I was a really bad child because of my influence ever since I was a kid. But anyway, long story short, they took me because they said my mama couldn't handle me because my father worked abroad. So I cried one time, I remember, at this place. And after that, I just decided I have to stand on my own 2 feet now. I had no mom to cry for. I had no dad to cry for. And the guards, they call themselves some personnel or something, but they're guards really, you know what I mean? And that's when I started writing. So that's the first point where I started, like, so everything became about ventilating my emotions, you know. And first it was like poems, and later on it became like putting it to rhythms and beats and rhymes and stuff like that. But first poems, and And when I was 16, because I kept going on the institutions from 12 to 18, I was on institutional child from 12 to 18, but long story short, it's still so. Anyway, but when I was at one of those rehabs, they call it, I was 15, I believe. That's when they had this music project. So me and my friend from Ethiopia, we started to hang out there and we built a crew called the Lyrical Crew. First it was Tail and Dread, because he had dreadlocks. And I had a lot of stories to tell. So I took Tail from fairy tale, you know, even if it wasn't fiction. So that's when I started, and the first time I put my hands on the keyboard, started producing myself. So we had a computer set up and the keyboard and everything. And so, but later on, you know, because my life's been up and down, as you probably noticed already, the thing is I came back and forth with music, but I've done music for over 20 years, but it's my life situation that made me, that I've not put my first album out yet. So that's where I'm at now. And that's where I come from music-wise. So that's what my music is all about. It's where I'm from, what I've seen, what I've heard, what somebody told me. You know, I wouldn't even say 99.9% real. I would say 100.
Mm-hmm.
That's the story about my music. So that's why it's so personal, because it started out as venting, as a 12-year-old kid being locked up. And it's hard to get that away and start being mainstream. You understand what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So that's the story, I would say.
Okay, well, that's a pretty good story. What would you say some of your influences were, though? I mean, I'm sure you have a lot of hip-hop artists that influenced you.
The biggest one we could probably all figure out already, it's Tupac, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Because I like his rebelness and the way of not giving a F, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That he was really, really, you know, he was a personality that, my way or the highway, you know, and he had a lot of knowledge. He read a lot of books. He could read like many books at the boom, just like that. And I like the intellectual ones who's talking about society, who's bringing up problems the politicians doesn't want to talk about. So that's why I fell in love with Tupac really good, and because of his character. And also after Tupac died, I think the one that took over was DMX. Because I'm the type of guy that Googles and research every artist, because I want to know what I listen to is real as I can know according to the facts that I'm looking up for. But DMX, I read his self-biography as well and stuff, and there's so many similarities with him and me as well, because he got locked up when he was young, you know, and so I really started to relate on him and could really feel like the pain he's feeling. So I would say Tupac, DMX, and I like other people, maybe other don't know about True Life. I don't know if you ever heard about him. He's a Puerto Rican guy from New York. And, you know, I really like the rebel kind of people in hip hop, you know, the ones who doesn't care, that really speak their minds, you know. Yeah.
Yeah, those are pretty good ones. Tupac especially. I think a lot of people that are in the hip hop world that I've talked to, I think they seem to give him as a number one influence as well. So I can relate to that, I guess. And I know you pretty much answered my question a minute ago, because you said that you really didn't have an album yet, but you're working on it. As far as your music goes, can we still download your music? If so, maybe you could tell us where to download it.
Yeah, well, you have it on the Spotify. If you search for my name, Zplit Personality, with all of the S's is Z's.
Okay.
So Zplit Personality, if you search that on Spotify, you will find me immediately. But I recently was named Zplit Personality with an S. But I realized that there was another guy also with the same name. And when I Googled him, there was a lot of his music. So I have two pages at the moment at Spotify, one with the S and one with the Z.
Okay.
But I'm working with the distributor and everybody to try to pack it to one. So right now it's Zplit Personality with a Z on both S's, on the both things.
Okay. That was a question I was going to ask you a little bit ago, and I'm glad you cleared that up for us.
Yeah, but you know, it's this bureaucratic stuff, you know, it's crazy. I talk to this guy and he says, okay, you need to talk to them, and I talk to them and they say you need to talk to them, And I said, I just did. So I'm in that process, where I'm trying to find someone responsible who can just say, okay, this is what we do.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good to know.
Yeah.
Well, I hope you get that album out pretty soon. Maybe in the next year or so. You would think maybe it'll be out.
I have my plan on the summer, somewhere on midsummer, late summer. That's my plan, because it's almost done. I'm waiting for a few artists just to do their part, and I know some of these guys is coming any second because they're really productive, really on it. And what was I about to say? Yeah, well, forget about it anyway. So I'm waiting on those to come in, and when they are in, I've done all my parts. So that's when I'm going to sit down and start mix everything, because I right now only done like rough mixes. So I'm waiting for these, and then it's mixing, and then it's mastering, and then it's out. So I would say midsummer, late summer.
Okay.
And then it's the first album ever. So for me, that's quite big. It's the first time the music industry gets to know me for real, since I'm really personal on my tracks.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm sure we'll all be looking forward to that whenever it comes out. And I'm sure you'll all let us know that. Let me ask you a question. We're getting ready to watch this video from you in just a moment here. Why don't you tell us the title of it and if there's a story behind it?
Yeah, there is a story. Everything about me is a story. All tattoos and everything is a story. Mm-hmm. But it's not a video. It's just on YouTube. You understand what I mean? It's just my face on it. But it's called hip hop, and I'm so sick and tired of all of these people talking about Mercedes, babies, bling bling, talking this, we got that. And over here in Sweden, I believe also in the US, everybody's a gangster because he maybe sold a little pot, in a little alley, some shady alley, something, and all of a sudden you're a gangster. And I'm a really principle. I have this loyalty on my hand because I'm really, really about principles. Correctness and principles. And if you break those principles, I go nuts. I'm the same way in the music. So I don't care who gets offended, but I'm not hating on everybody. I'm only hating on the ones that can feel like, what the fuck is he saying? That's who I'm talking to. Because there are real rappers out there, mad love to them, much respect to them. And I know my whole Wise Guys Global fam feel the same way. But we need to get rid of the garbage, and we need the pie bag that they took from us. The jiga jaga this, jiga jaga that.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, you do make a good point there, and I'm sure everybody's going to love that song. And we'll get to that in just a second. But I want to let you know we appreciate you coming out, Split, and we would love to have you back sometime. Maybe when that album comes out or something. But let me know. I'll have you back on sometime if you'd like to come back.
Yeah, absolutely, Paul. It's been great. So it's absolutely. We will talk again soon.
Okay. Well, here's that song Hip Hop by Zplit Personality right now on PoleMash TV. Don't go away.
The next time you're frightened in the dark, don't scream.
This is my time, my shit, real shit goes down. I'm bringing back hip-hop, so please stick around. Fuck all of y'all, fake motherfuckers. Claiming you thuggin' but afraid of the ruckus. Now saying that I'm gangster, my attitude is, if you step in my face, you better handle your biz. Gone through the hard life, not afraid to die. And it's not cause I'm insane, not because I'm high. I got something in me, I guess I found my purpose. I feel it in the wind, G, and you can't hurt this. What you think it is, what you think it at? What the fuck you want your fucking head snap if it ain't broke. They say you shouldn't fix it, but hip-hop is, so I make it my business. A soldier in the front line, bringing it back. Split personality is all about that, come on.
No escaping this. No escaping this.
Gotta give mad props to the people out there still kicking real hip hop and just don't care. It's the lifestyle, you know what I mean. Rapping on the street while you're walking with your team. I couldn't care less about money in this game. Everything's a bonus, the money and the fame. No crown to claim, cause we all can bring something. Just keep it real when you let the beat jumpin'. My heart is pumping, writing this shit, cause I seen how the game changed like a girl to a trick. I wanna see the break dancers on the stage, graffiti on the wall, and the DJ earn his name, but greed. It's the root of this shit. Real fucking rappers getting money and they switch. I stand behind every word that I speak. This is not a rap song, it's a fucking preach. Come on.
No escaping this. No escaping this. No escaping this.
Spit a word to your bitch, flip a bird like a brick, flip a chick like a switch, no glitch, life's a bitch. The rap game's so violent, kill the pilot and a co-pilot, leave competition so silent, wash away your rap cipher, tsunami. These motherfuckers got it twisted like origami. You could never battle me, you and your bitch gon' be mad at me when I trip and flip my split personality. Age 7, Compton in this bitch.
No escaping this. No escaping this. No escaping this. No escaping this.
Yeah. Sweden and Compton in this motherfucker.
Compton in this bitch.
I think I'm done for this, Dave.